the world's biggest wooden vase. After many years of refining curves, shapes and forms of the artist's interpretation of a classic vase, the largest vase capable of being turned on the stubby 750 lathe was produced with the aid of custom-made auxiliary bed extensions, steady rests, boring bars up to 2-inch diameter, calipers for measuring wall thickness, a drying kiln, and a torque arrestor for holding the boring bars steady as they reached 24-inch into the hollow form. As the size limits of the stubby had been reached, Al was able to purchase a custom-made lathe from John Nichols of Oregon just before he closed his business. It was called the Nichols Bigway and had a 40-inch swing and a 12-foot bed. This lathe was made especially heavy-duty with a custom 5-horsepower motor and controller and many specially made implements for large turnings including 2 side beds, torque arrestors, boring tools, tool holders and supports, a telescopic tool rest, large faceplates, and 2 giant steady rests. However, before the big brother of the 24-inch high vase could be turned, more aids had to be made, such as a very large low-temperature kiln, and special scrapers and sanders for smoothing and calipers for measuring wall thickness 4 feet into the interior of a hollow form. The next video show how a spalted maple log was transformed into a very large vase that stands 48 inches high with a diameter of about 29 inches and with a total weight of 25 pounds. The log from which the very large vase, VLV, was turned, 1,300 pounds. Massive piles of shavings collect as the turning begins. As the form begins to take shape, steady rests are placed for support. The turning is supported by the steady rests for the first stage of hollowing. VLV, very large vase, after hollowing and sanding is placed in a low-temperature drying kiln. The wall thickness is about 1/4 inch and it weighs under 20 pounds after drying and before applying the finish. The VLV after the epoxy coating has been applied and cured. It has been fine sanded, polished and buffed to a high luster and waxed. The VLV on display at an art gallery prior to sale.